guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's doing really good. So today we have another book haul, and it is a middle grade book haul. If you've read Coraline is a middle grade book, and lately I have just been on a kick for Coraline. I don't know what it is. Like I watched the movie, I've read the book, I own the book, and it's just, I love that story just because it's not your ordinary kids book. It's kind of like a kids horror, not really a thriller book, but it's kind of like a kids horror book where it's not graphic, but it's got some scary elements in the story. And I've just been wanting to get back to a time where it just reminded me when I didn't pay bills and I wasn't an adult. I have a plethora of books that I need to show you guys. I have like 14 books. Okay, I have 14 books. But yes, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first book that I want to show you is by Victoria Schwab, and it's called City of Ghosts. So this book is about a girl named Cassidy, or Cass. Cassidy can see ghosts, and her best friend is actually a ghost named Jacob, who actually saved her from dying. And after her near-death experience, she does see spirits and ghosts, and she can go past the veil, which is seeing recent events or events that have happened in a particular area. So with Cassidy, her parents are paranormal investigators, and they tell her that we're gonna go to Scotland and we're gonna go film a TV show. So she packs up her things and they go to Edinburgh, but there is a local legend that Cassidy starts to see, and it's not a very good thing that she's starting to see this local legend. I don't want to get too much into about it and everything like that because it's kind of just going to give it away, but this is the book that I picked up, and I actually picked up the second book, which is Tunnel of Bones. So there are 3 books in this. I think it's a trilogy. She may be writing more, I'm not sure, but I know that there is a 3rd book that just came out, I think in the beginning of March. So read the first book. This is the second book, Tunnel of Bones, where they go to Paris. I am absolutely obsessed with basically this series because it talks a lot about grief and moving on from things, and how everybody is different, how everybody processes things differently, and Cassidy does process things in her own way. But yeah, these are really, really cool books. I picked them up because honestly, I was just like, let me find something that's not so much of a chunker to read, because usually when I start to read books and the bigger they are, the less interested I get in them. So I'm just like, let me just relax my mind and pick up some books that are just a little bit smaller. So these books are really, really good for you to try. So the next book that I got was Green Glass House. So this one, it is by Kate Milford, and it's winner of the Edgar Award for Best Juvenile Mystery. So this one, it says, it's wintertime at Green Glass House. The creaky smuggler's inn is always quiet during the season, and 12-year-old Milo, the innkeeper's adopted son, plans to spend his holidays relaxing. But on the first icy night of a vacation, out of nowhere, the guest bell rings, then rings again and again. Soon Milo's home is bursting with odd, secretive guests, and each one bearing a strange story that is somehow connected to the rambling old house. As objects go missing and tempers flare, Milo and Meddy, the cook's daughter, must decipher clues and untangle the web of deepening mysteries to discover the truth about Green Glass House and themselves. I picked it up because I was like, okay, one, this cover is so beautiful. Look at this cover. It just reminds me of covers like from books in the 90s. So I forgot what they were called, but in the 90s, when in like elementary school, preschool, they had these books that had several different stories in them, and the illustrations looked like this. So it just I had some nostalgia moments from reading books in elementary school, and I picked this up also because it's a mystery. I definitely plan on giving this book a read once I finish through the rest of my pile. But yes, Green Glass House for the win. I liked it, so I was like, it's pretty, we're gonna pick this up. So the next book that I got is called Winterbourne Home for Vengeance and Valor. So this book, it is also a mystery book. It says, April didn't mean to start the fire. April, you starting fires, girl? She wasn't the one who broke the vase. April didn't ask to go live in a big creepy mansion with a bunch of orphans who just don't understand that April isn't like them. After all, April's mother is coming back for her someday very soon. That was inappropriate. All April has to do is find the clues her mother left inside the massive mansion, but Winterbourne House is hiding more than one secret, so April and her friends are going to have to work together to unravel the riddle of a missing heir, a creepy legend, and a mysterious key before the only home they've ever known is lost forever. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't, even from like reading the description, I don't understand too much what it's about. It just sounds like this girl April is either getting blamed for things or got blamed for something, which is why she's in the house, which I believe it is the latter, that she got sent to this house for being blamed about something with a fire. It's a book where I was just like, okay, I love the cover, I love the colors, I love the back of the book, I love what it's telling me, so we're gonna give it a go. So the next book, this cover is gorgeous. So this one is The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane, and this one, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I picked it because of the cover, and you know, I know it, don't judge a book by its cover, but I never do, which is clearly why I picked it up. But you know what I'm saying. Beware of the Order of Black Hollow Lane. With a dad who disappeared years ago and a mother who's a bit too busy to parent, Emmy shipped off to Wellsworth, a prestigious boarding school in England, when she's sure she won't fit in. Before she leaves, Emmy finds a box of mysterious medallions in the attic of her home. Medallions that belong to her father who may have gone to Wellsworth. When she arrives at the school, she finds the strange symbols and the medallions etched into walls and books, which leads Emmy and her new friends, Jack and Lola, to Wellsworth's secret society, the Order of Black Hollow Lane. Emmy can't help but think that the order has something to do with her dad's disappearance, and that there may be more than just dark secrets in the halls of Wellsworth. This one is by Julia Noble, and I love the illustrations for this book. A lot of these don't have illustrations, which I'm okay with, but this one, for a middle grade book, it's actually kind of a chunker. This one is about 310 pages. And you know I said that I wasn't going to read books that were big, but I feel like this is something that I can do. So yes, another middle grade book that I picked up that I thought you guys might want to be interested in and you guys might like. Next book is called Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. So this one, I was really intrigued by it. I was looking, normally what I do is like I'll look on Amazon for a book, because to me, like, it's just easier for me to sift through the books on Amazon for some reason. I don't know. So when I read the description for this book, I was like, yo, this looks good. Okay, like, it looks good. So it's with this ominous warning that 11-year-old Ollie and her two friends, Coco and Brian, set out on a chilling adventure in the woods, with nightfall fast descending, and the ever-watchful eyes of scarecrows on their backs. What had begun as an unremarkable school trip to a nearby farm soon becomes a frightening journey into the world behind the mist. In order to survive and not remain trapped there forever, Ollie and her friends need to be quick on their feet as they work to unravel a 100-year-old mystery, save their classmates, and beat the villainous smiling man at his own game. Small Spaces is a deliciously creepy and hair-raising tale that readers won't soon forget. I was just like, okay, we all love a good scarecrow. Scarecrows, like, I don't know what it is, but even as an adult, I don't mess with scarecrows. When I see one, I'm like, you do you, I'll be over here, you stay over there, we're good. Small Spaces, this one is also a trilogy. I think there's 2 or 3 more books after this, so I plan on reading this one and then going to go get the next one. The next book that I got was Grainstone Secrets, The Strangers. So this one, it made me a little sad. I was like, oh, when I read the description. So this one's by Margaret Peterson Haddix. And it says, what makes you you? Chess has always been the protector of his young siblings. Emma loves math, and Finn acts so silly he will be adored. They've been a happy family, the 3 of them and their mom. But everything changes when reports of 3 kidnapped children who share the same first name, the same middle names, and the exact same birthday, which reaches the Grainstone family. The bizarre coincidences make them wonder, who exactly are these strangers? Before Chess, Emma, and Finn can ask their mom, she takes off on a mysterious work trip. Puzzling clues left behind lead them to complex codes, hidden rooms, and a dangerous secret that will turn the world upside down. Oh, and it says that there's a book 2. Ooh, there's a book 2, so it continues. These Strangers by Margaret Peterson Haddix. Pick this one up. I thought it was a really good, interesting read. So this book I am currently reading, and it is The Dollhouse Murders by Betsy Wren Wright, and it was forwarded by R.L. Stine, which is the author, brilliant author of Goosebumps. So this one, it says, dolls can't be moved by themselves. Amy is terrified. She hears scratching and scurrying noises coming from the dollhouse in the attic, and the dolls are never where she left them. Worse, every night the dollhouse fills with an eerie light. Are the dolls trying to tell her something? Could this be all connected to the murders of her great-great-grandparents? Sinister secrets unravel in this haunting novel that combines complicated family relationships with a hair-raising mystery. This anniversary edition features a foreword by R.L. Stine, the author of the best-selling Goosebumps series, and an exclusive interview by the author, and it also has another book by Miss Wren Wright on here. But yes, The Dollhouse, this one is a fairly short read. I'm on page 41. I love to use my Barnes and Noble receipts as like a little bookmark just to remind me about all the books that I probably should not have bought, but I did anyways. And there's only about 150 or so odd pages in here, so I got about 100 pages left. This book, the cover is so beautiful. I picked it up because I had heard about this mystery, but every single time I went to go look for it, it was sold out, and I just forgot about it until I went on Barnes and Noble, saw it again, and was like, oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, picked it up. Dollhouse Mystery by Betty Wren Wright. So the next book that I got was Pages and Co. The Book Wanderers. So this one is kind of gives me Alice in Wonderland vibes, and I just thought it was so cute because the illustrations in here are just adorable. Look at that illustration in here. Isn't that cute? But yes, this book, it says, ever since her mother's disappearance, 11-year-old Tilly Pages has found comfort in the stories at Pages & Co., her grandparents' bookshop. But when her favorite characters, Anne of Green Gables and Alice from Wonderland, start showing up at the shop, Tilly's adventures become very real. Not only can she follow Anne and Alice into their books, she discovers she can book wander into any story she chooses. Tilly's surprising new ability leads her to fun and exciting adventures, but danger may be lurking on the very next page. When new secrets are uncovered, it's up to Tilly to solve the mystery of what happened to her mother all those years ago. So I really love the concept that the characters were coming out of the books and interacting with her and then taking her into the story. So the Pages & Co. Book Wanderers, it definitely gave me Coraline, Otherworld vibes, Alice in Wonderland, Otherworld vibes. So yeah, I decided to give this one a shot. I'm just putting the books up here because, like, you know, we're rolling. I did have to move my camera because I don't know what happened. It just started to shift. So the next book that I got was the Westin Game. So this one, it was kind of on a whim that I got this book. And it says, a bizarre chain of events begins when 16 unlikely people gather for the reading of Samuel W. Westing's will. And though no one knows why the eccentric game-loving millionaire has chosen a virtual stranger and a possible murderer to inherit his vast fortune, one thing's for sure, Sam Westing may be dead, but that won't stop him from playing one last game. So I thought this gave me the Inheritance Games vibes, where the man just loved puzzles and loved games, so he engaged his entire family to play a game to basically win his will. So I think that's what this is about. Like I said, I can't tell you too much about this book or like the characters' names or anything like that, but I do know that it is told from different perspectives of the books. Sometimes it is a little bit difficult for me to read different perspectives. Like for me, I have ADHD, so it's kind of hard for me to connect all the characters and be able to separate everyone from one another and being able to like decipher everything. It's just, it gets a little bit difficult for me to read those books, so I try not to cluster my mind with too many of them. But yes, I'm gonna put this, but yeah, we're gonna read this one next. So the next book that I got was Winter House by Ben Gutterson. I'm gonna say Gutterson. I feel like that's proper. So this book, it is also a whim purchase because I just love the cover. And I feel bad by saying like I'm only buying books for the cover, but I swear to you, I'm not completely buying them because of the cover. I am reading the back of them, okay? Puzzles, secrets, and adventure await Elizabeth all behind the mysterious walls of Winter House. Orphan Elizabeth Summers' malevolent Aunt Purdy and Uncle Burlap ship her off to the ominous Winter House Hotel owned by the peculiar Norbridge Falls. Upon arrival, Elizabeth quickly discovers that Winter House has many charms, most notably its massive library. Ooh. It's not long before she locates a magical book of puzzle that will unlock a mystery involving Norbridge and its sinister family. But as she uncovers the hotel's secrets, Elizabeth starts to realize that she is deeply connected to Winter House, as dangerous as that may prove to be. So, like, I really like that description. Also, I'm a sucker for illustrations when it comes to books because it just takes me back, like I said, to the times where bills did not exist. I mean, look at that illustration. I don't know what it is about like these kind of drawings. I forget the type of drawing that this is, but things like this, just, I'm a sucker for them. I'm a huge sucker for them. But yes, Winter House by Ben Gutterson. This one looks like it's going to be really awesome. The next book is called The Book of Elsewhere. And this one, it is, so this one I am also reading this book as well. I'm a little bit through, and it says, when 11-year-old Olive moves into the old house on Linden Street, she knows there's something weird about the place. The creepy antique paintings, the 3 very unusual cats, but the weirdest thing, when Olive finds and puts on a pair of old glasses, she can travel inside the paintings to elsewhere. Soon Olive finds herself caught in a dark and dangerous plan. Can she confront the powers in the house that want to get rid of her and her family before the lights go out for good? Ooh. Straight up Coraline vibes. This one was the first book that I bought because it gave me Coraline vibes. Only child, her parents don't really pay that much attention to her. She is in this big old Victorian house where she's just kind of exploring, and she stumbles across these glasses. She puts the glasses on and she finds out that with the glasses on, she can go through any painting she wants in the house. Yeah, this one, if you read Coraline and you want a Coraline type book where the character actually kind of looks like Coraline, the Book of Elseworlds. Pick it up. This one, it's so far, I'm halfway through and I'm loving it. I just really have to sit down and buckle down and just read this book because it is really, really good as well. So yeah, the Book of Elseworlds. So the next book that I got was Nevermore and the Trials of Morrigan Crow. Because Morrigan Crow is cursed, born on Eventide, the unluckiest day for any child to be born. Morrigan is blamed for all local misfortunes and worst of all, the curse that dooms her to die at midnight on her 11th birthday. It's kind of morbid. But as Morgan awaits her fate, a remarkable man named Jupiter North appears, whisking her away into the safety of a secret magical city called Nevermore. It is in Nevermore that Morgan discovers she must contend for a place in the city's most prestigious organization, the Wondrous Society. And the colors of this book are just super, super gorgeous. And this is a thick boy. Like, oh my goodness. This book, I think it was like 500 pages or so. There's 461 pages in this book. So yes, I am so excited to start this book because they do have other books after this one, but like I said, everybody was saying it's like Harry Potter. So if you like Harry Potter, give this one a read. I'm pretty sure that you're gonna like it and I'm gonna like it. It is getting hot behind these lights. The next book that I got is by Julie Berry, and it is The Scandalous Sisterhood of Prickwillow Place. So this one, it is, I don't know what this book was. I saw the cover and was like, whoa, that looks cool. So I'm gonna say it's Etheldreda. So the students of St. Etheldreda School for Young Ladies face a bothersome dilemma. Their headmistress and her surly brother have been most inconveniently poisoned at Sunday dinner. Now the school will almost certainly be closed and the girls sent home, unless these 7 very proper young ladies can hide the murders and convince their neighbors that nothing is wrong. Getting to the bottom of the mysterious goings-ons at Prickwillow Road won't be easy. Why were their headmistress and her brother carrying antique coins in their pockets? Who was cooing in the garden the night they died? And how can the girls be sure the killer won't strike again? This looks really, really interesting because in a lot of books, like, kids want to solve why somebody was murdered. But this book, they do want to solve why they were murdered, but they kind of just want to keep it under wraps because they're just like, listen, we don't want to go home. We're just trying to figure out who killed this lady, okay? But I don't know what it is, but I like that. It's different from like the run-of-the-mill mystery where it's like you just want to figure out who the killer is. But this one is like you want to figure out who the killer is, but you also don't really want anybody else to know about it. Also, it's just a school full of girls who just look like they don't want to go home, and everybody looks like they have a story. So I am super, super excited and interested to read this book. Okay, you guys, that is it for my video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the books that I was talking about. I do have another video coming up where I show you guys books that I picked up that are a little bit more YA, fantasy, in that realm kind of books. But if you guys want to keep up with me in the books that I'm reading on my Goodreads, I will link my Goodreads down in the description below, and I will also link my Instagram, YouTube, whatever you guys want to take a look at to follow me in my book reading. But yes, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos and supporting me. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.